picket fence. I want to have that dream. And I'm like, based upon what you're doing right now, how long is it going to take that to happen? He goes, dude, it may never happen. I said, well, if I could show you a way, that I could show you how to make your money part-time, it was positive, it was viable, I could show you how to do it. Is there any reason in the world why you wouldn't at least try it? He goes, no. I said, okay, well, I'm going to show you that it's positive, it's viable. I promise you, if you have a work ethic, discipline, and focus, you're coachable, and you are hungry enough to learn something new, I can show you how to do it. That's how I'm talking to people. Straight into looking right into their eyes, saying that type of stuff. But then I spent 10 minutes just bullshitting with them. Yeah. I talked to him about, like, you know, he's like, he saw the future jersey. He's like, what is that for? I showed it to him. Yeah. And I showed him the picture of Art Williams and my mom. I talked about my family. And you know, I said to him, I said, hey man, I'm like, look, two and a half years ago, we were living in Florida. I told him my story. I'm like, my wife was making 60,000 full pay benefits. I'm making 50. We have a house with the pool. Life is good. You know, we wanted more. And you know, I'm like, Andy, you know what we did? I talked to my parents, and hey, we're going to go for this thing. I rented my house, I still have it, and I cut my income in half and moved up here and went for it. And in a period of 2 years, we've, you know, we're about 130,000 in income. Yeah, by the end of this year, we could be close to 200,000. So I'm telling my story, finding out what he wants, being the most enthusiastic, positive person. But remember, when I'm sitting down with people, I know that 1 to 3 things can happen. But for me, I know that I want to recruit somebody. So I'm asking these questions to find out if they're open. And if they are open, then I double down on the recruiting in every part of the presentation I can. If I find out they're not open, I back off of it and I start focusing on client and referrals. But you start asking questions, you're going to find out. And every step, and the guy yesterday morning, Noel, that I talked to, his goal, so he had financial problems. He moved back with his parents, and all he needs now is $1,500 a month in additional income so he could go get out on his own again. So everything I was doing, I'm like at the end, I'm like, look, man, if I could show you how to make that $1,500, and if it took you a year to make the $1,500, but I promise you I could show you how to do it. Is there any reason in the world why you wouldn't at least try this? He goes, I'm like, look, do you have any other way right now that you can make $1,500? He goes, no. I'm like, so you have no other way. You got to have a goal that's important to you, and I could show you how to do it. Is there any reason in the world why you wouldn't at least try it? That's kind of like, I'm not afraid to ask. I'm not afraid to close. If they don't like it, that's fine. I'm just going to be polite. I'm not being rude. But if you don't ask the direct questions, Mike, you're not going to get any results. So you can't be afraid to bother somebody. Because in my opinion, when I left MIT, I was so fired up. It's the first person I called was my mom, and I said, thank God you found Primerica. Thank God that guy that talked to you had the strength to not be scared of what other people think. Talked to my mom, recruited my mom. Thank God my mom worked her butt off, and then she gave us this business. So it's like we have an opportunity to have for life of freedom, on big income, do all these great things. So when I talk to somebody, I feel like that I'm giving them an opportunity to have what I have. And I think that once they realize how awesome it is, it's just the greatest thing ever. So I'm trying to like relay that. So what I do, I know we don't have a ton of time because we do have to, they don't like us to be late here. We only have 2-3 minutes, but.
That church group doesn't come in here anymore, as far as I know.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, do they?
They just told me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They hadn't in the last couple times.
This is the presentation I use. So think about it. I build rapport, enthusiastic, positive, optimistic. So I do that. And by the way, Mike, I was just thinking about, so I don't forget, a lot of times when I'm in like gym shorts, sneaker flip-flops, and a t-shirt with a baseball cap on, yeah, I get the most contacts ever that way.
Okay.
See, the key is this. Can't be raggedy.
Yeah.
So if you're going to wear shorts, wear nice shorts.
Yeah.
If you're going to wear a t-shirt, wear a nice shirt. Not stained, not wrinkled. If you're going to wear sneakers, buy new sneakers. Like I'm pretty like, that's like, you can't have ripped up, crappy. You can't have like your hair all coming over. You got to look like sharp. It doesn't matter what you wear, as long as you look sharp, you can talk to anybody. Because when I was younger, I didn't realize this, but all the business people I know, when they're not in business stuff, a lot of those guys are wearing flip-flops, shorts, sneakers, hats. That's how everyone dresses.
Okay.
So there's nothing, and any business guy, everyone knows, we're grown, we all know that. presentation, build rapport, be enthusiastic, positive, optimistic, and you gotta aim for the recruit. And then you gotta be able to, if you're not feeling that, you gotta be able to fall back and go for referrals and for the sale. I quickly go over this page right here. It takes me 2 seconds. This is just what I've been doing, okay? I skip all this stuff right here. Skip all this. I just do that. Go right to this. Our mission, what we do, what we offer. I go straight to this. Now this takes me what, 3 seconds, 3 minutes? I just read it. I go straight to this. I do my thing here. I do that right there. How real and serious the market, you know, all that. And then other than that, all I do is this. I flip this page like this. I cover this page up with a piece of paper. I do my dollar sign right here. Do the dollar sign, and I end with you know, the passive income thing.
Yep.
And I said there's only 2 forms of, and all I get into, and this is, I'm trying to, because I know you were asking me this, all I get in, have you ever heard of passive income? No. I say, hey, most people have never heard of it. When I graduated college, my parents showed this to me, and they said, if you want to have any quality of life, if you don't want to work your whole entire life, you have to develop a passive income. And what I found out was there's 2 ways to get a passive income. 1 is money working for you, that can take 30 years to make that happen, or 2 is develop a business that works for you. And well, before I even say that, I said the reason why most people have never heard of it, we've been taught to go to school, get a job, work, and we're taught that, you know, if we do that, we'll live a dream life. Would you agree that most people are going to live a dream life if they do that?
Absolutely.
No, right?
Absolutely not.
So what we're talking about is how to develop a passive income. That's all I do. And then I go into the 2 types, and I say, Andy, so what we do in Primerica is we teach people how to save and accumulate money, and we teach people how through our business opportunity to develop a team and develop passive income. So Andy, let me ask you, I always say like this, Andy, let me ask you a question. Or I would say, hey, Andy, I'm curious. That's just that's like naturally how I talk. I say, Andy, hey, let me ask you a question. If I could show you a way to save and accumulate money, and I could also show you a way to develop a passive income and start a business with no stress of leaving a job, is that something you take a serious look at?
Yeah.
Is that something you'd be interested in?
Definitely.
Is that something you'd be open to?
Yeah.
That's the questions I use. They say, great, let me show you how we do it. And then I go to, and I quickly show them this.
Okay.
That's it. And then I go flip everything over, and I go right to before and after.
Yep.
I skip everything, do life insurance, retirement savings only.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And then I'm like, Andy, let me show you how easy this business is. The reality of it is we only do 2 things. One is if you die, we gotta make sure that your family's okay, life insurance. Second thing is if you don't die, you live what we need. So we gotta make sure you're saving, accumulating money for retirement. That's it. Everything we do is on an app. I can show you how to do it. It's super simple. So I do those 2 things, and then I go straight to compensation, and I run through it pretty fast. Take out a piece of paper, and I say, let me show you how we get paid. And I draw out, if you were licensed and you were making you sold a policy to me, $83 a month times 12.
Yep.
And I draw out on the other side, it's just like the fast start thing,
Yep.
except it's just how we get paid, how the overrides work. And then I draw out, say, Andy, unfortunately to get licensed, and I say this in the very beginning, I say, Andy, I'm gonna take away all the gotchas, just so you know, I'm gonna give you all the gotchas right now. Here's the gotchas. Unfortunately, in this industry, you gotta be licensed. These licenses are really, really expensive. If you were to try to get these licenses, you may spend thousands of dollars to get them. The good news for you, if I decide to bring you on board and I wanna train you, we're gonna pay for all the licenses. But here's the gotcha. Your commitment towards getting the license is $99. And let me ask you a question. If you like what you see in us, and I like what I see in you, I wanna hire you, and you wanna work with me, would $99 be a problem?
No.
Okay, good, so we don't need to worry about that. And the second thing is that if you were to work with me, we all use a mobile platform, that's how their business is regulated, that's how we do business. I'm gonna have to show you how to do that. Everybody contributes $25 a month to that. If you saw a way you could make 2 or 3 grand a month part-time, I could show you how to do it. Would $25 a month be a problem?
No.
Okay, so then, I already got that out of the way.
You ever have anybody say yes?
No, no one says yes,
Right.
nobody. So I go through the whole thing, I show them $99 at the end, the refund policy. Andy, if I could show you how to do this on a part-time basis, I could train you, I could coach you. Is there any reason in the world why you wouldn't at least want to try to work with us? That's my interview, so it's 40 minutes, 30 minutes max.
Get a lot more interviews in that way too.
Yeah, and by the way, we have to end with this, is that Lonell Burns, $300,000 first 10 months in RVP. He said, Don, he's like, I will beat you 100% of the time. Because you're doing 2 or 3, I'm doing 15 presentations a day. Because mine are quick, they're short, And I'm not just focused on married people with kids. I don't care who it is. I'm getting kneecap to kneecap, and I'm doing quantity of presentations. And I'm keeping it simple, and I'm doing it fast.
It's like Tony Narain. He 17-minute presentation. He writes like 50 grand in premium, personal premium a month.
So this presentation is what 90% of the company uses. So it works. This
Yeah.
works. You can do it in a way where it's simple. It doesn't have to be complicated.
Yeah.
So guys, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to tell you this. If you're